Hello everybody, my name is Caden and welcome back to Minecraft Dinosaurs for another episode of our lovely little series. Last episode, of course, we got to work on expanding our little ceratopsid area and adding in some protoceratopses who are very, very cute. And one has escaped. I still don't know how they're getting out that way. But anyway, today, I figured, why stop here? And let's get a couple more ceratopsids in. A new ceratopsid. Today we are going to work on a Pachyrhinosaurus enclosure. And we'll see. Maybe we could do Pachycephalosaurus with the Pachyrhinosaurus. Who knows? Lots of possibilities and cool ideas. But today, essentially, I think we're going to be working over here and trying to add in another one of our ceratopsids. We will probably also, because I think it's necessary, expand our Psittacosaur exhibit out a little bit because it's a little small. Probably knock a wall back or down back here and go from there. But anyway, I think that's the main objective for today. So I think what we should probably do is come over here and plan out our expansion. Okay, everybody, we're back, and I planned out a fair bit in this area. We've got a whole lot to work on for this episode, and a creeper trying to hide over there. So the main thing I've kind of done here is try to plan out how I want this whole section to look, and that did involve coming back over here a little bit and trying to finish these pathways somewhat. So we got the plants in, we got the hedge barrier in, and I'm planning out some of the seawall I think I was potentially talking about, or the anti-flood walling, cliff walling, whatever it's going to be over here. Originally this was going to be a building, but importantly, because I got a lot of requests for this last time and over the past few live streams, put in some guest amenities, and I think that is a wonderful idea. So I think there's going to be a building here. Not exactly sure what it is. Maybe a kiosk, maybe a stand, maybe a bathroom. Not sure. I guess we'll quickly deal with this creeper. Boom. Okay. Over here, though, if you see this big old rectangle I've kind of lined out, is two things. The first being an expansion to our Psittacosaur exhibit. Though, I did kind of start thinking maybe instead of expanding this exhibit, I just combine these two. Like, I guess tear out some stuff real quick and make them one large exhibit. That might not be the worst, but we'll kind of see. Maybe you guys can let me know what you think of that. Ooh, you've got a lovely, brilliant blue color on your crest. How cool. But we're going to expand the Psittacosaurs out this way a little bit, and I think we'll put a restaurant right in here, which should be pretty cool, and expand our pathways out. And down here, I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm thinking this will be the beginning of what will probably be, to stay on theme, our combo exhibits. Not necessarily the two animals being in the same enclosure, but two enclosures next to each other for our lovely Triceratops and Pachyrhinosaurus. But I think that's the general plan. We're going to get started on a couple of big builds, and it should be cool. I've also gotten a whole lot of stuff here. I was going to do light blue terracotta for the restaurant, but I'm not sure I've got enough. Well, maybe I'll have to go do some resource collection on that first. But anyway, with all that being said, and with us now having a plan to work off of, I think it's about time we get started building. Okay, we've got a little bit of work done now, and I think, I was gonna say, I think it's looking fantastic. It's just a pathway and some shrubbery, but I think it's a cool little area. The path is not what I was originally going to do, but I think it's strange and I like it. I don't know why I have a diagonal going into a weird curve, going into another diagonal, going into a weird curve, going into a straight line. Does it make sense? Maybe not, but it's a little interesting, and I like that. Also, I think, like I think I already said, but I think I've especially got it figured out now, that this is where the exhibit's going to be. I have a particular idea in mind, based off of a... Oh gosh, I don't remember the YouTuber who made it, but a wonderful rhinoceros exhibit I've seen somewhere, someone make in Planet Zoo. I have kind of got an idea on how I want to do it, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's all there. I'm trying to come up with some ideas for the restaurant. I think I am going to elevate it a little. We'll push it a little bit further back into the hill, and hopefully that'll look okay. And I really think something I like the idea of is maybe connecting this Pachycephalosaurus exhibit up to one of the restaurant windows. So, you know, you could go in and while you're eating, you could watch our lovely little dinosaurs just wander around and do things like take naps. Like that little guy over there, taking a little nap. I wonder why he is laying down. Strange. But yeah, I think that's kind of the idea I've got for right now. I feel like it's always this point in the episodes where I'm like, I can't see it yet, but I hope I'll see what I'm trying to do by the end of it. I'm also not sure what I want to do in here. I'm thinking maybe we build a tree or something, maybe a cool little custom tree, and some like rocks or something might look really cool here. I'm not sure, but I will figure that out. Anyway, I guess it's time-lapse time. So, something will be built. All right, everybody, we're back, and we've made some pretty good progress on our little restaurant building. Unfortunately for me, a creeper just came up here and decided to blow up my chests while I was setting up my recording software, so that's always fun. But yeah, we've got actually most of a building. I got a bit more done between the time lapse and now because that's been about a few days. I've been pretty busy, but I've got the outside area, we got some lighting, we got a bit more of the interior done. The whole building is looking better, I think. I'm not really well, there's still some areas I'm trying to figure out with this whole thing. Like I've mentioned at the start of the episode, buildings aren't overly my thing, so it's taking a lot of practice to figure out how to do this. But overall, I'm fairly happy with what I've got. Also you'll notice basically about halfway through the time lapse, I think, the entire building kind of got a redesign. Basically, I went back to look at my framework, like the thing I was using as a reference, and realized I kind of messed the building up a little bit. Basically, it got a little bit too big. It's actually still a little big, and I don't think laid out the best. It was hard to get a lot of tables in here, but overall, I'm fairly happy with it. We got a decent amount of seating. We've got like a waiting area. We got our front desks to have people come and sit you somewhere. And to make up for the fact we didn't have a large or enough space necessarily interiorly, enough space in the interior due to layout. I put a bunch of extra seating outside, right next to our dinosaur exhibit, so we get what I was hoping for, which is, I don't know, I guess just kind of this weird little viewing area into the Psittacosaur enclosure. Also, you'll notice there's a Protoceratops here, because, and quite honestly, I don't know how. Are any of them still in here? Wait. Okay. They keep escaping. All of them have escaped now, and I do not know how they're doing it, because I have, like, as far as I was aware at least, I had, like, foolproofed the entire area. But, yeah, they've all escaped, so I don't know where they got to. We'll have to figure that out. But, at any rate, I did kind of want to hop up here anyway, just to kind of show off really the progress we've made so far. And I think, overall, I might take a break from working on the restaurant because I'm out of ideas and I need a little bit of a break to kind of reconfigure where I'm going with it. So, I think we're going to get started on the, which one is it? The Pachyrhinosaurus enclosure, which, I have an idea for based off a video, I believe it's by the creator Simply Savannah, who did like this wonderful rhinoceros exhibit in Planet Zoo. But I like the look of that build a lot, so I was like, ooh, I might be able to recreate part of that in Minecraft, which I thought would be a cool idea. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna start working on the layout, and I'll bring you guys back when we've got kind of a solid idea of how this is going to look. All right, guys. Might have gotten a bit carried away. And about a couple of designs and tearing up the pathway and changing it and all sorts of fun stuff like that. We've got this layout. I think it's probably, yeah, a bit easier to see from up here. This was originally supposed to be the Pachyrhinosaurus enclosure. And then I was like, oh, we've got a little extra area over here. Maybe we could throw, you know, both these exhibits next to each other. And then I just kind of kept, you know, throwing down cobblestone, caching, or trying to make some checks that are going to be kind of hard to cache, quickly at least. And I was like, oh, this is looking super cool. I'm very happy with this. This looks like it could be a really cool, kind of different build than we've usually done on this world. And I thought that was all awesome. And then I checked the map, right? And I was like, oh, okay. You know, kind of a big exhibit. And then, you know, it's like the buildings here are almost as big as this entire area. It's bigger than the bug house. It's bigger than the Triasaurus Stegosaurus enclosure. It's actually about the same. It might actually be, looking at it, about the same size or bigger than the Dimetrodon and Adaphosaur area. This is a huge project. And the more I've been working on it, the more I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to split this into two different exhibits. I think it'd just be kind of cool to have a mega exhibit with these two big shelter buildings and maybe like a staff building here. Basically just like this large built up large animal exhibit. Kind of like you'd see at a zoo with like, I feel like, you know, like the giraffes or whatnot, or maybe like a really big elephant enclosure. So I was kind of like, I don't know what I want to do here now. Because I was like, oh, Pachyrhinosaurus, oh, Triceratops. And I kind of want to put them both in their own enclosures because, I don't know, I think that'd be kind of cool. So now I'm trying to figure out what to do here. Because I could still throw one of them in. And I guess in terms of size, Triceratops probably makes the most sense. But I feel like we could also throw some smaller animals in here too. And this is where I'd also wish I could just throw it to you guys and be like, all right, guys. Oh, what do you think? Obviously, I'm going to iterate on this and see what we're going to do. I'm probably also going to work on this pathway a bit more, probably move it out a bit, kind of align it with here so the pathway runs across this entire arc to give us a nice, cool view of this whole build. It's going to be a cool build. I absolutely believe this is going to be a pretty sick little area when we're done with it, or a big area. But yeah, I'm starting to think maybe this will be a multi-exhibit, or multi-animal exhibit, so I don't know. I guess I was thinking if we do like Triceratops, maybe we throw the Pachycephalosaurus and I don't know, maybe something else in here as well, just to kind of add in a little extra life. Who knows? Or I scrap that idea, scrap both those, and this is now the Pachycephalosaurus and Ankylosaurus exhibit. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to probably refine it a little bit and go from there. So, I don't know, let's see what I can come up with. Alright, everybody, we're back, and we've gotten a fair bit done. I got a little extra done, namely trying to cut off all the exits out of the enclosure. I lowered this wall a little because you couldn't see through the fence, or the railing. I brought the pathway up, we'll check all that in a second, and I kind of blocked off some more areas. But before we kind of continue on the building, because I was getting a little bit exhausted from working on this, I want to get some animals in here. So I got the 2 Pachycephalosaur eggs we have, and the 4 Pachyrhinosaur eggs we have, and a little bit of bread to feed them. And I figured we could hatch them real quick. Now, I don't have any blocks because I chucked them all in here. I have not changed my ways much, of course, in the fact that I have not finished a single project this episode, because, you know, finishing projects, that's for cool people like Lurakeet or Gobspout or many other wonderful YouTubers who do this series. Me, it's all about we start 90 projects and we might, just might, finish one. But yeah, no, things are looking pretty cool. As you can see, I expanded this all the way out here, and I'm gonna spam some torches down in here because let's try to stop mobs from spawning, and we'll throw some up here. This is where a creeper tried to kill me. I think that already happened in the video. I don't remember, actually. This video has taken quite a while to make. Oh, I guess we need to hop down and go to sleep real quick, and then we'll hop back up and I'll show you what we've been working on. But overall, this exhibit's kind of interesting. It's a little bit of a mixture of new and old. New in the fact that obviously this is a new build in a new area, but old in the fact that I've taken a lot of ideas from previous builds I've done. The retaining walls like this, well, this style of them is new, but doing them like this isn't. This shelter is a combo of a newer and older style of shelter I've done, and I'm pretty happy with it. And of course, this whole complex is a fairly new idea. It's stuff we've done before in like our zoo series, but not in the Dinos world before. Which is pretty cool. I'm genuinely very, very happy. I want to check. Let's see how close they are. Oh, they're almost done. But I do want to quickly just take one last look from up here. Obviously, the exhibit's not done yet, but I mean, look at the view you've got. It's gonna be pretty good. And not only that, I'm thinking we're gonna have a pathway come along right here. to give another view and bring you over to the other side of that wall, which I think, oh, we better run very quickly if we want these guys to be tamed. Oh, we made it just in time. Dino dance. Come on, guys. 1, 2. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. You guys look so cool. Right, that's a female. We have a female. And we have male. That's cool. Male. A male. Got a male. And we got a female. Cool. So we got a little bit of both. That's very cool. Probably want to destroy the way out of here so they can't climb up. But I mean, yeah, even with this, it looks pretty good. Obviously, probably do want some more Pachycephalosaurus to fill this exhibit. And as I can kind of show you guys, this exhibit ended up just absolutely becoming pretty massive. And the fact that over here is where I plan to do this, I was going to say the Stegosaurus. No, the Triceratops over in this area. Our Ceratopsid zone is probably one of the more complex builds we've done. It's really cool though, and so far the logistics of doing this has given me a lot of ideas for sauropods. I kind of think, and you guys can let me know what you think down in the comments below of what you want to see next, but I'm really feeling like Brachiosaurus might be the next one we do. I have some ideas for a Brachiosaur that should be really, really cool. Also, very fast. Yeah, no, this video has suddenly taken way longer. Yeah, lots of stuff happened. I'll probably be doing, well, by the time this video's up, I'm probably streaming. So I'll let you guys know more about what's going on. But I just want to say, once again, very quick thank you to you all. The channel's still doing pretty well, and thank you again for all the people who have subscribed recently. It means a lot to me. But anyway, our lovely animals, if you guys want to leave some names down in the comments for these lovely creatures, feel free to do so. And I think we're not going to finish the whole thing today, obviously, because all of this over here is going to be for the Triceratops stuff, and maybe a building there for staff. But I am at least thinking, we can get some more supplies out, and we can try to make this area look a little prettier and finish up their shelter real fast. All right, we are back, and I got all the stuff we should need to quickly throw down some decorations. We've got some bone meal, some saplings, and a couple of plants, and some leaves. So we can quickly try to beautify up this exhibit. I did get a little bit more work done on the roof here, kind of enclosing the building. I think the shelter needs a bit of work overall, but it's in a place where I'm happy with it, at least for today. And when we come back to do the Triceratops exhibit, we will probably tackle this again. But for right now, we can get rid of those. We'll throw down some more like that. And no, not rotten flesh. There we go. Perfect. Let's just kind of throw some trees down, throw some stuff around, and have a good time just very quickly decorating our enclosure. All right, and there is at least a little bit of decoration. I ran out of bone meal, and to be honest, it's getting pretty far along since the last video came out, so I think we'll kind of end things off here. That being said, I like these little clumps I made. I know we just did a whole like mesa area with the last two, but I really like this kind of. I don't even know. It's almost it almost kind of feels a little bit like Upper North America, kind of like almost like an alpine, not an alpine region, kind of like a northern prairie kind of thing, with a couple of trees on the outskirts and these little flower bushes and clumps around. I think it looks pretty nice. And of course, our lovely little dinosaurs walking around here. We need to definitely get some more Pachycephalosaurs so we can chuck them in here. But overall, I'm really happy with this enclosure. I think it's looking really cool. And I think especially once we get the Triceratops area in, it'll look even better. I did also get a little bit more work done between clips on the restaurant. We got some lighting outside, and very importantly, I got, excuse me, I got this little interior thing done. The windows on the top of the ceiling, and it looks pretty good. Still don't know what I'm doing there, and I think this is looking good. Oh, I did also, very quickly, start filling in this Tachysaur exhibit. I did want to hatch some more. I think we'll get to that next episode probably, but this is also looking pretty good. I'm just really happy with our little ceratopsid area. I think it's coming along pretty nicely. Pretty nicely overall. Anyway, let me see. Oh, yeah, so, I know it's been a while since videos have come out. More videos are coming. I'm just kind of busy right now, as usual, so hopefully the next episode will be soon. That being said, at the time I'm recording this, some new fossils and archaeology stuff is coming. I believe there's an update to a newer version coming out very, very soon, and you guys will likely see some more fossils content from me as soon as I can get to it. That isn't just this world, so stay tuned for that. It should be really exciting, a lot of fun, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. Anyway, with all that being said, let me know what you guys would like to see in the next episode, what dinosaur you guys are particularly interested in, and I'll see if I can get to it. Other than that, though, I think that's it. I think that's what we're going to call it for today. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed, and until next time, guys, see ya.